Coach Levelle Moton now joining us. Coach, first and foremost, congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
Try to make an opening statement.
Hats off to USC, Upstate, man. And Dave, he was like a mentor to me when I first started. So, great guy, great coach. He's resurrecting that program. I was concerned with us because we just got back last night from a trip to Texas. I don't even know the city that we were in, but the guys were extremely tired, and so be it. It's just the nature of our schedule. We can't get anyone to play, so a lot of times our scheduling just not going to make sense. We're not putting these guys in the right position, but it's just so difficult to schedule, so they just got to suck it up and, just recover. I thought we played excellent defense in the first half, just had some glitches. We're still struggling to convert layups and easy opportunities. We're turning the basketball over way too much. Jabri was incredible on the boards. We don't have a five-man. Both of our bigs are really hurt. Evan came and played at the last minute. He was a game-time decision. So we're the walking wounded. We really haven't practiced as a team, so a lot of the atrocities that y'all see out there on the floor is because we really haven't practiced. So we just got to get better. We got to get our group together so we can practice. It's really tough this time of year because you're constantly playing. So you're preparing and going over a scout report as opposed to spending some practice time. So we really need to get in the gym as a collective unit. But nevertheless, we made significant plays down the stretch. Randy was huge. Jabri was huge with 19 rebounds. And Ty was huge. Ty's a key addition to us, man, because he stretches the defense. We got to do a better job of finding him and just taking care of the basketball and securing the basketball, because we look like a team that's never been coached at times. Like 28 turnovers. I don't care if we play the Lakers. That's unacceptable. So I got a lot to go back and cover. Some questions.
Coach, this goes into the book as the Eagles' 10th consecutive home opening win. What does that mean to you?
Anytime I win, it all feels good. I think it's good for this unit because it's their first Division I win as a collective unit. Our schedule is tough, man. It's going to be brutal. So it was important that we got this one. I thought we should have got the other one with Stephen F. Austin, but they were extremely good, and they outplayed us in the second half. So, I told our guys, we are yet to establish ourselves as a unit. We got to establish ourselves with the identity. And I thought tonight we came back and tried to establish ourselves on the defensive end of the floor. We held them to 35% shooting, so I'll always take that.
When you have somebody scoring the ball like Randy was tonight, what do you do kind of more to get them looks, get them open?
Yeah, that's where the point guards are so valuable. I just, in the locker room, I told Mike and Jordan, I introduced them to Ty Graves and Randy because I know they're teammates, but I just got to make sure they know them and know that they're shooters. And when they hit 3 in a row, conventional wisdom says throwing the ball again. And I'm coaching too hard. As long as I'm coaching this hard, we're not going to be a really good basketball team because I'm coaching every possession and basically correcting as we go. And that shouldn't be the job as a coach. And Jordan is not, he's not a freshman no more, man. Like his stat line the last 2 games is he's better than that. He got to look himself in the mirror and become better than that. Mike is a little newer to this whole thing. He hasn't had any practice time. He's been out a month with the sprained ankle, so we'll give him a built-in excuse. But Jordan has to be better. This is unacceptable. And when a point guard calms us down, we'll be a much better basketball team, and I'm putting that responsibility on them. And they knew that before they came here. They knew they were following in the ranks of the Poogie Chapmans, the Ron Grass, Nimrod Hilliards, and all of those guys. So they know the shoes that they were willing to step in, and the standard is the standard here. It's not going to change. They got to raise their level of play.
On some positives, you out-rebounded them by 15, shot 50% from 3. Were those focal points coming in, or did that just how it felt tonight?
Yeah, I was scrambling. We didn't know Evan was going to play, and Justin is out, so we don't have a 5-man. We don't have anyone that's over 6'6" in the game. And so we just went small. We decided to start the lineup in 2 minutes before the game, and I tried to go to the book and change that because I was uncertain of that. That group had never played together. And I didn't know what to call as a coach, so I said, let's just press and just get up the floor and spread the floor and try to dribble drive. And we have to do a better job of coaching them up. because we're not going to make any excuses. All of them are scholarship players, so whoever's there, we just expect them to come in and fulfill those spots. But we know that we do have a great perimeter that can shoot the basketball, but we have to get them comfortable shots, and that's going to be on me, and that's going to be on the point guard, so we're going to take that responsibility. And Jabri was incredible on the boards tonight, 19 rebounds. I was joking with him. I said 10 of them was because you missed your own layups, so you got it back, Moses Malone style. But he was big down the stretch, just rebounding the basketball. So I was elated for him. But again, 8 turnovers. He got to stop turning the basketball over. He's a 5-man tonight. 8 turnovers. Come on, so he got to calm it down a little bit.
Miller goes for 29 as well, a career day for him. The 2 seniors, they lead the charge. Talk about what they brought today.
We need them. I told them, such is life. Life is going to be different for both of them, and they have to find their way because Rashawn Davis is no longer here. He made things a lot easier, and oftentimes when they're here for 2-3 years, you take them for granted. But now, nothing is easy anymore. He made the game really easy. So with Randy last year, he averaged 13, 14 points, but a lot of teams were doubling and converting in on Sean, and he was getting 10 total opportunities. He's not going to get that this year, so he got to work a little harder. The same thing with Jabri, because the primary focus last year was Sean. Same thing with Jordan. You could throw a ball anywhere, and Sean had great hands. And he was 6'9", so you could throw it up to my jersey up there. He'll jump up there and get it. But now you got to make on-time, on-target passes. So everybody has to get better, starting with myself and my staff and putting these kids in the right position to be successful.
Coach, Eagles going back out on the road. How do you feel going forward after getting this first win at home?
I'm so tired of the road already. Like, this just hits me. I don't even know the next game. I really don't know. Y'all know me. I don't know who we play next. I'm sure it's on the road. I know it's on the road. Can you tell me who we play next?
It's Akron next.
Next.
Akron on Thursday, on the 15th.
Okay. What's the date? The 13th?
Today's the 11th.
Okay, so we got 4 days, so we'll try to get some rest and get these guys off. I don't know nothing. All I know is we got practice tomorrow, man. So I'm sure they're a tough team. We'll go back and watch some film. And such is life. And if I ain't mistaken, I think Louisville is coming up pretty soon too, right?
Akron, Louisville, and Youngstown State.
Now I got a headache, so we'll figure it out, man. We'll figure it out. We're not a very good basketball team right now, and such is life. We'll build and we'll get better. As long as we continue to guard, we'll give ourselves a chance.
Kind of expanding on that a little bit, you only have one D1 game in November at home. What's the scheduling? I mean, what's that? That just baffles me that people won't play you and all that kind of stuff. What do you think's with that?
I've always tried to be politically correct, but I guess you're better off asking them. We try. We're probably the last team in the country every year to finish our schedule. And we have this basketball website that's supposed to make it a little easier to schedule teams. It's almost like the basketball coach's Facebook for scheduling or whatever. It's called Basketball Travelers. And we go on that website, and teams, under their profile, they have the dates that they're looking for. And if it's congruent with the date that you have, then you call them and say, look, we want to play. And we always do that. And they say, well,
what had happened was?
Well, we don't have that date available. What you mean? It's right here. Well, my AD is in France. He'll be back in 2 weeks. Okay, call us in 2 weeks. And it's just the game. And we know the game by now. Like, I've been going through it for 5-6 years, so it's just constant. And it's a headache. And then what happens, we're at the last minute, and then we got to place our kids in these compromising situations because we just got to get games. And we try, obviously, in North Carolina, nothing. Then we try South Carolina, nothing. Then we try Virginia, and just the neighboring states, the breadbasket states, and we can't get anything. So now we got to go to Stephen F. Austin in the middle of Texas somewhere, and then fly back and play a game at home in less than 24 hours. Like, nobody in their right mind would do that. So people think I'm the craziest coach in the world, but the fact is we just can't get games. And I tried the club a lane approach, I guess. Just anybody want to play, please players, and but it's just impossible. We can't force them to play, and I won't call out any names, but we've called several schools in North Carolina and their athletic directors, and I'm quoting them verbatim, say, "Hell no, we're not playing." So it's hard, it's hard, and so now we got to go play Akron and Coastal Carolina and Wofford and Stephen F. Austin. All of these games are really a notch above our level of play, but it's what it is. We don't complain about it, and I think it's part of the success that we've had.
Next coach.
Guys got it? All right, hard work on three, sprint to the next spot. Ready? 1, 2, 3, hard work. Sprint to the next spot. Don't walk. Get there, get there, get there, get there.